The heart is filled with joy. Today is Krishna Janmashtami. Already I have finished the whole Gita. Bhagwan. So let's start today. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विश्वं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विश्वारम्भं विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यकेशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः श्रीचिन्मययतीशस्य गुरुं वन्दे तपोवनम् तं हिमवद्विभूतिं वै ज्ञानवैराग्यरूपिणम् समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् Today is a very auspicious day. Krishna Janmashtami. And please bear with me. My voice has been choked since last 2.5 hours. I constantly chanted. So it is like that. So I hope I feel to sing 2, 3 para of Bala Mukunda Ashtakam on this auspicious day before starting our class. Kararavindena Padaravindam Mukharavinde Viniveshayantam Vatasya Patrasya Puteshayanam Balamukundam Manasa Smarami Samhritya Lokan Vatapatramadhe Shayanamadhyanta Vihena Rupam Sarveshwaram Sarva Hitavataram Valam Mukundam Manasa Smara Indivara Shyamalakovala Indradidevar Chitapadapa Santana Kalpadramamaasrita Balam Mukundam Manasa Smara. I have a request to all of you. See, though it is a virtual class, online class, so we do it from our home and we have a lot of household works. Someone cooks in between study times. Someone does exercises, and that is very essential. But please off your video while doing exercise at the time of doing class because it is too much visible. So it's my request. So whoever not with the notebook and books, please switch off your video. Jetli ji, please off the video. Okay. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, sir. Very sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So today directly we will start from Annamaya Koshaha or the food seed. In last class, we verily discussed about Panchakoshaha or the 5 seeds by which our individual self is enveloped. So among these 5 seeds, the first one is Annamaya Koshaha. So the student, the inquisitive student, is asking to his teacher, Annamaya Kaha, and the ever compassionate teacher is replying, Annarasenaiva bhutva, Annarasenaiva vriddhim prapya, Annarupa prithivyam yad viliyate, tad annamayah koshaha Sthula Shariram. First, I will tell the word for word meaning. Annamaya. Kaha. What is Annamaya? I will not translate it in English. Please be accustomed with its Sanskrit terminology. Because the question was not what is Annamaya Koshaha. So Annamaya, I don't know the translation. I think there should not be any translation. There is not available readily. So understand the answer, then you can easily understand the terminology of Annamaya. Anna Rasena Eva. By the essence of food alone, Bhutva, having been born, Anna Rasena Eva, by the essence of food alone, Vriddhim Prapya, having attained the growth, Annarupa Prithivyam, Yad Viliyate. Viliyate means marges, Atmanipadi. You are learning in Sanskrit class what is Parasmaipadi and what is Atmanipadi. So that is the prayoga, application of Atmanipadi dhatu. Yad viliyate, which merges where Annarupa Prithivyam, into the earth which is of the nature of food. Tat Annamaya Koshaha. That food seed is Sthula Shariram, gross body. So the whole translation is, what is the food seed? That which is born from the essence of food grows by the essence of food and merge into the earth, which is the nature of food, is called the food seed or the gross body. See, we go to watch magic shows, we like it. That there is nothing, from the empty hand, suddenly egg comes out. From that egg, a pigeon comes out. Again, it becomes egg. Yes, it's a magic. But have you ever thought of, we or I ate 2 chapatis or a 1 bowl of rice, and within 2 hours it has become Divakar. Just think, not only Divakar, who are sitting in front of me or who will listen to later on, what about the food we eat? It becomes our body, and so on, mind, prana, etc. So, what bigger magic can be than that? The word Maya comes from the Mayat Pratyaya in Sanskrit. So, here Maya means sometimes very much induced. But here Maya in Annamaya means modifications. Means this physical body is the result of the modification of food and hence called Annamaya. The food the food eaten is digested. Its very essence becomes the sperm in man and the ovum in woman. They combine to uh, form the seed from which the fetus is formed. It is nourished in the womb by the food eaten by the mother. At birth, the child emerges from the womb and is nourished by the mother's milk. It grows up and develops in strength and size due to the food eaten. We consume mountains of food in our lifetime. There is no doubt. The size of the mountain may vary according to the size of the eater, but in our whole lifetime, we eat really mountains of food. Finally, we die to merge into food, to merge into earth, and earth is nothing but the food. Just think. This is the cycle. We eat food in Prashna Upanishad, in other Upanishad it is there, how the sperm is formed. Means the life-making, apparent life-making instrument. So everything comes from the food. How the food grows in the earth. So it's a cycle. Because from the earth, grains are grown. From that grain, our body is formed. That same body dies and becomes ashes or anything else into the earth, again grains. So it's a cycle. So in broad view, food is eating food. So the earth itself becomes the food we eat. And therefore, from earth we are born to go back to the earth. Or one can say that we are born from food and go back to food. Food is that which is eaten by beings and which eats beings. We eat food. In Taittiriya Upanishad, 2.2.1, it is there. Adyate atticha bhutani tasmat annam taduchyata iti. So, we eat food and food in turns eats us. Many people die by overeating. Also, the body gets eaten by many viruses. I will not talk more about viruses right now. You are all expert about what is virus. Now this corona situation has made us too much knowledgeable about virus and bacteria. So the body gets eaten by many viruses and bacteria even while we are alive, and by worms and other beings when we die. The solid from which we are shaped in turns gets converted into food eaten by others. And identifying with the Annamaya Kosha, I say, I am tall, I am short, I am fair, I am dark, I am fat, I am skinny, and so on. So, now the thing is, in Viveka Chudamani, 87 to 91 sloka, it describes very nicely. Wonderful. 87 number sloka says, Moha eva mahamrityuhu mumukshorva puradishu moho vinirjito yena samuktipadam. It is very dangerous. It is really deadly if the seeker of liberation thinks I am this body, or if he gets identified with this gross body. Whoever has conquered this delusion, he is the eligible for liberation. Moham jahi mahamrityum dehadhara sutadishu yang jitva munayo yanti tad vishnof paramam padam. What it is saying? That Mahamrityu Sadrisha Moha. So that this sort of delusion is nothing but the great death, Mahamrityu. Whoever conquered it, they are called sages or rishis. And they attain that supreme bliss, Paramapada, the supreme abode. O my dearest seekers of liberation, you also leave the delusion comes out of your body and all body related relationship like wives, sons, daughters, dogs, cars, house, etc. Because Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says, Tangmang sarudhirasnayuhu medo majjasti sankulam purnam mutra purishavyam sthulam nindyamidam vapu. This physical body should be condemned because this is nothing but the moving toilet. All the fields together made this body with a nice coverage, nice packing. पंचीकृतेभ्य भूतेभ्यः स्थूलेभ्यः पूर्वकर्मणा समुत्पन्नमिदं स्थूलं भोगायतनमात्मनः. All I have discussed in Sthula Sarira. So I will not discuss it right now. So we are again coming into the point that skin, flesh, blood, nerves and tendons, fat, marrow, bones and waste. This is what the physical seed is made up of. What we did in the past has made this body in this manner. We get attached to it, and while we are awake, we get totally involved with the body. The constituents of the physical body of the human being too have been studied by ancient Indian medicine experts thoroughly. They had more than 100 types of instruments for surgery. It is said by the modern researchers also that they could do difficult surgeries with success. They could cure several diseases which were considered complicated even till recently. So the thing is, all the different beings, their physical bodies ultimately come from the food only. So the body comes into existence and nourishment makes it growth and develop. When the body dies, it finally becomes food to the earth. So everything pertaining to the body is made of food. Hence, it has been called the food seed. But why is that body is important? The outermost shell or covering envelops the other four coverings or sheaths, and thereby the Atma. Through sadhana or spiritual practice, the outer covering is restrained. The inner coverings too are controlled, and thus the self becomes revealed. After attaining knowledge, some people give up their bodies, are after the, it is like the very beautiful example is given by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, that after the gold image has been cast in the clay mold, you may either preserve the mold or break it. That is the use of the body. We think our bodies are the ultimate things in life, but they are not. They are only instruments which help us or to know the truth. Once the truth is known, the outer covering of clay will fall off by itself. So this is all about Annamaya Kosha. Now we will enter into Pranamaya kosha, the very important, the most important thing we are going to discuss now. In Prashnopanishad, second chapter, mantra number 3 to 6, it has been discussed that who is the greatest? Once upon a time, there is a story, that story goes that there was a secret, the secret discussion amongst the several parts of the body, like the speech, hearing, mind, sight, and others. Each thought that it was great and that each one was independent. They discussed who was the supreme. Prana, the life force or energy, wanted to show them who it really was. So it began to move upwards. The moment prana began to move upwards, all the other organs were pulled by it. They helplessly began to follow it. They then realized who was the most powerful one. And addressed prana with many supplications that, "O Lord, you are the fire, you are the sun, you are the moon, you are the rains, you are the air, you are the earth, you are the wealth, you are everything." Just as the axle is vital to a wheel and spokes are dependent on it, we are all dependent on you. Pleased with their prayers, prana returned. So the word prana is generally translated as life breath. But in Brahma Sutra 2.4.9 says, "Na vayu kriye prithag upadeshat." They are not only airs as they have been discussed separately. Prana is not merely breath, but it is the energy that is flowing all through the body. It not only runs the body, but also runs the cosmos. Such is the power of prana. In Brahma Sutra commentary, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji quotes an interesting dialogue from Satapat Brahmana, number 1.1.1. Just a moment. I'm sorry. So in Satapat Brahmana 6.1.1.1, so while describing creation, it was said that immediately after creation, the sages were not there. Then who were the sages? Asked someone. The reply was that the pranas were the sages. We say whatever is in this universe has been projected by the vibration of the prana. It is the prana that is moving every part of the body, becoming the different forces, and give up that old idea that God is something that produces the effect and sits on a throne dispensing justice. In working, we become exhausted because we use up so much prana. If this energy is controlled and regulated, it can be of immense value to the spiritual aspirant. Any energy runs riot if not controlled. Prana too tends to flow downwards if not controlled fully. Therefore, one has to control it for the good of one's spiritual progress. This is prana along with the organs of actions has been termed as the energy seed. Now the question is, student asked the question, pranamaya kaha? Pranamaya kaha? The Guru replied, pranadhyaha pancha vayavaha vagadi indriya panchakam pranamaya koshaha pranadhyaha panchavayavaha vagadi indriya panchakam pranamaya koshaha. So what is word for word translation? Kaha, what is pranamaya, vital air seeds? The thing is, the thing is, the Guru is replying, pranadhyaha, prana, etc. Panchavayavaha, 5 air modifications. Vag adi, indriya panchakam, the 5 organs of actions like speech, etc. Pranamaya kosha. So that is the vital air sheath. So the whole translation portion. What is vital air sheath? The 5 physiological functions like prana and so on, means breathing, and the 5 organs of actions like speech and so on, together form the vital air seed. So This vital air sheath is also called life force sheath. Now we will come little more details. Vaha. The five airs, Vayu, Guruhu, Guru, Guravaha, Vayuhu, Vayu, Vayavaha. So five airs. Prana is the one energy flowing throughout the body. There is no doubt. But according to its functions, it has been divided into five aspects or parts. We work, we move, we eat, we sleep. Our limbs speak, experiences, exert, breathe, and all these activities need fuel or energy. This is provided by prana. A person may be the most intelligent man and woman, but the thing is, many have countless thoughts, but if he has no energy, he cannot express them. That which keeps the body alive by bringing in oxygen and taking out carbon dioxide and converts food to energy is called prana. That which takes out waste from the body is called apana. That which digests the food is called samana. That which spreads the digested food as energy throughout the body, regulates circulation of blood, and regulates the movement of body and senses is called Vyana. Finally, that which takes out the soul from the body at the time of death is called Udanavayu. Today we will finish over here because a lot more things are there. Today in our ashram mission premises, there will be a small puja with maximum details, and we will share the link in the corresponding group. The puja is from 5 to 6 in the evening. Please follow the group message. It will be circulated soon. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Wish you all happy Janmashtami. We will meet again in the art of Sanskrit chanting. Hari Om to everyone else.